This is not me getting out of model railroading. I want to make that loud and clear. I am not leaving model railroading. Welcome back, folks. Hope you're having a great week. It's true. I sold a significant part of my train collection to Trains.com. That's trains with a Z. And you will have a chance to own part of the RBP Trains collection. I needed to make a lot of space. When you make these YouTube videos and you're showing trains all the time, eventually you run out of room. So I'm packing up a bunch of stuff. It's going to the show, and it will be in the Trains booth at the April York show. And anything that doesn't move there will be available on their website. So keep your eyes peeled. This video, we're going to go over every single train engine that is leaving my collection to go to yours. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. The MTH Premier Nickel Plate Road Berkshire 765. Epic train engine. The 765, it doesn't get much more famous. This one has the smoking whistle as well. So all the bells and whistles, literally. These two Weaver engines were always fun to run. The first one is the brass Blue Goose Hudson, and the other one is the brass Hiawatha Hudson. These engines are just beautiful. This C&O Shay has one of the coolest whistles of any of the engines I owned. I recently featured this in a video where it made my top whistle list. The Norfolk and Western Trainmaster. This is one of those engines where, I saw it in a train shop. I left and kept thinking about how cool it was. I went back the next day, and luckily it was still there. Trainmasters have always been great pullers in O gauge. The Amtrak AEM7 set was a set that I always liked to run fast. Back when I used to travel to see my wife when she was in grad school, the AEM7 was still pulling the Northeast Regional. I've always had a soft spot for the toaster. This Pennsylvania Railroad E8 set by MTH is huge. It's hard to describe just how large these E8 diesels are until you see them all together. The engines alone, the ABA set, this MTH Tinplate Traditions set is another cool one. But this is such a pretty set. The yellow enamel, just beautiful, iconic, and it pays tribute to those early pre-war eras of Lionel. The Southern Pacific SD45 in its daylight colors. The MTH Santa Fe Plated F7 set. This is one of the prettiest passenger sets that I've ever seen. It has that mirror finish and shimmers around the layout. Just an absolutely outstanding train set. The MTH Big Boy 4014 Last Run Edition. This is the glossy version. This one I really liked. I really think the crew talk on this set it apart from anything else. And two of my favorite diesel engines. I always ran these as a pair, and it's these two BNSF SD40-2s. These are some mean-looking diesel engines. Another unique train. One that was never restored in real life, never preserved, but its legacy lives on through these models. The MTH Premier Norfolk and Western Unshrouded J-Class. It was only made, I think, one time. The Norfolk Southern OCS set. Massive train set. 10 passenger cars, 4 engines. This set will stretch around your entire layout. Another one of those iconic passenger sets. It just looks so prestigious on a layout. These little GE 44 tonners are a lot of fun too. And versatile, you can put them on any layout. The Lionel Legacy U.S. Army Veranda Turbine. The D&H RS11. It was Corey from RS Trains that got me into the D&H in the first place. I blame this engine on you. The New York Central SW8 switcher. This one's heading out to make room for the RBP Trains SW8 switcher. That's going to be coming in later this year. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my Q&A video right before this one for that special announcement. The Lionel Vision Line Niagara. Oh, this was one of my favorite engines in the collection, but it deserves a new home, and it is going to be the cornerstone of anyone's collection. This is the 20th Century Limited Fantasy Scheme. I have no words. Just an amazing engine. This was the first one that ever had the water scoop feature. This engine was always a ton of fun to run. One of the more exclusive sets in my collection was the Black Bonnet set, or the Midnight Chief. I had 2 engines I would use to pull this train, so all of these aluminum K-Line passenger cars will be offered for sale through Trains.com, as well as the Lionel Special Edition Santa Fe Black Bonnet, 210-10-2, so the large articulated engine, and the Pat's Trains Limited Edition Black Bonnet Northern. But when it comes to modern O-gauge collecting, the Midnight Chief is just an outstanding set. All 6 of the Lionel Legacy Union Pacific Heritage engines. The Southern Pacific, the Missouri Pacific, the Western Pacific, the Chicago Northwestern, Katy, of course. And which one am I missing? The Rio Grande. How could I forget that one? That was one of the coolest colors of the 6. The Lionel Legacy Pacemaker Mohawk was one of those engines that hit the market and sold out like that. I mean, a lot of folks did not pre-order this engine until they saw it, and then it sold out all over the place. Both of my larger Pennsylvania Railroad steam engines will be heading out, and that is the S1, which is the Lionel Legacy version, and the T1 Duplex, which is the TMCC version. Really massive trains. I always like these Aberdeen, Carolina and Westerns. That metallic purple color is just so different. The New York Central Dreyfuss Hudson. Now there's 2 of these going out. The new Lionel Legacy set and my MTH Premier. I may or may not have another Dreyfuss Hudson coming. Maybe. We'll see more about that. The Dreyfuss Hudson is my favorite engine of all time. So if you get one of these, you will have 2 of my favorite engines of all time. The Lionel Vision Line Daylight 4458 and the Lionel Vision Line Daylight 4411. This is the all black version. These had that reciprocating cylinder steam effect, which is one of the coolest electronic features that Lionel has put out. The Lionel Legacy Empire State Express set. Now, there's an Easter egg in this set. When I bought this one, it comes with the engine, which of course is that beautiful Hudson, and 4 matching passenger cars. Well, the owner before me accidentally put the Station Sounds car in the package. So when you get this set, it's just like a surprise. It was a surprise to me. It won't be a surprise to you. You know it's coming.
Attention passengers, the Empire State Express is now boarding.
The Lionel Joshua Lionel Cowan Edition Y6B, Norfolk and Western. Another great engine with a really cool sounding whistle. The Lionel Legacy CSX, SD70 Mac, and the SD70 Mac Super Bass unit. Then the Canadian National Veterans Unit and these BNSF Lionel Legacy engines. Just lots of big road diesel power. The Lionel Legacy Fantasy Scheme EM1, and this is in the Western Maryland colors. These EM1s have a really neat chuffing sound. The Union Pacific F7 set. This was featured in my video where I did Menards versus Lionel. Another massive set. There's all 4 units in this. So you have the 2 powered A units, a powered B unit, and a non-powered B unit that has the super bass sounds. And last but not least, the Strasbourg 90s. 2 versions of this. The brass hybrid details make them super delicate, so be careful with these. But enjoy all those cool sounds that were recorded right up in Strasbourg, Pennsylvania. I think that covered everything that's going out the door. If you're able to get to the April York show, check out the Trains.com booth. And if not, check out Trains.com online, where you'll see these items listed in the coming weeks. Reiterating one more time, I am not leaving model railroading, okay? So if someone is saying that, shame, shame, shame. As always, a huge thank you to all of my subscribers and everyone who's been supporting this channel. My name is Chris, and this is RBP Trains. We'll see you next time.